right, we're going to go ahead and get started on this partnership with Plexus business opportunity. For those that may be watching the recording of this is an incredible opportunity with the company of Plexus, and we're going to share how you could earn money in the month of September with Plexus. So, we are recording this. So, if you have any background noise, or if you need to go ahead and mute yourself or turn your camera off, you can go ahead and do that as well. But let's go ahead and get started a little bit. Okay, so what is Plexus, right? We are a amazing company. Let me just mute a few people real quick and admit these ones in. Hang on. Okay, so we are an amazing company. We really focus on gut health in the microbiome. We own the gut health space. We really do. There's been so much research over the last 5, even 10 years of how the gut and the microbiome of your skin, just in your body, really are just the changers of all being when it comes to health issues, chronic health issues, inflammatory issues, mood. A lot of stuff happens in the gut. So we call them the OG gut health company because we really brought gut health in the supplements to the space that they are to now in the social selling business aspect. So we have an A plus BBB rating, which we really take just to heart, because I feel like a lot of consumers and even those that are wanting to start the business, they go and they look at, what are these ratings? Like, how do they compare to other companies? So we try to stay high up on that. This is our 16th year in business, which we are so excited for as well. I have been personally partnered with the company for 10 years. So a decade of my life has been, with this amazing company. I've seen it change. I've seen it grow. I've seen it really become who we are, and really have confidence in what we provide to those that are our consumers and those that are also partnered with us for the business aspect of it. So all of our products are made in the United States. They're sourced from the best practices, and we follow gluten-free and non-GMO standards, and all the ingredients are bioavailable. And what I love about all the ingredients being bioavailable is your body is not having to convert them into the active form. They're really able to take the products, their body is able to pull really what it needs, right? We're really trying to fill the nutritional gaps in people's diet. We're not getting healthy probiotics from food anymore. We're not getting minerals and vitamins from food anymore. Our soils are depleted. So really supplementing is so important. And we're having to do it at an all-time high, especially, in this generation coming up. So we actually became started as a breast health company. Imagine that. About 16 years ago, our founder, really wanted to help just the wellness of women and men. And so our first product was actually a breast health check kit for self-checking. It was a little pad. It was able to go over the breast, and you were able to actually feel for lumps and just abnormalities at an easier detection level. But about 4 or 5 years into that, the gut health, the microbiome space started to evolve, but the weight loss was really high. So one of our first products that really took off was called Plexus Slim. We still have it today. We actually have 2 versions today, and it was actually formed for type 2 diabetics. It really helped to regulate the blood sugar levels in all the trials. We have chromium and alpha lipoic acid. There's a lot of studies that show that really helps to bring down glucose levels, but also people that were consuming that product they're also losing weight. So Plexus as a company, as we know weight loss sells, we know that being at a healthy weight is going to help overall health, energy, all the things. We brought that product on to our company base, and we were able to market that. And now we still have that product today, and it's just done tremendous things for just all of our clients. So we have a highly acclaimed medical advisory board that oversees all of our ingredients that go into our products to make a product as a whole. If there's something that we need to alter and change, we make sure we voice that down to those in the field and our customers, and we change the ingredient. I hold that as an all high integrity of the company and our corporate staff. There was a product a few years ago I believe it was like our Omega, or it was a product that had carrageenan in it. And that's just really an additive that has been led to, if you have too much of it, there are some carcinogen properties to that product. So Plexus looked at that, the medical advisory looked at that, they listened to those in the field, and they said, you know what, we're actually going to pull all that product from the shelf. We're going to completely, redo it. We're going to pull that ingredient out, since now research has came out that this isn't the best ingredient for, consumption. And we just ate the price of all that, where I feel like a lot of companies would just say, you know what, let's go through that last stock, right? We don't want to lose the money, and just sell it. But we want to make sure that our products are ethical. We want to make sure that they are the best on the market. So we're able to pull that, and that's just one example of so many that we have, of why this is an amazing company. We're based out of Scottsdale, Arizona. We have a beautiful headquarters out there. We're actually on an Indian reservation. We signed like a 2,000-year lease. That I don't know how that happens, but that's what you do. I guess we lease land on an Indian reservation. And then we have a couple different shipping distribution centers that we opened up. When we first started, everything was coming from Arizona. And then as we branched more into the Midwest, the East, the Northeast, we realized, we need to open something up that's more central to those, those areas, so that we can get our products in our consumers' hands within a day, 2 to 3 days max. So we actually opened up another distribution center in Atlanta, Georgia, and that serves more of our East Coast clients. We are the top Inc. 5000 for the fastest growing company, which we are really excited about that. We're debt free and privately owned. I cannot stress this enough, being in the social selling space, of being debt free and privately owned from the get go. We haven't had investors backing us. We haven't owed money to anybody. We want to make sure that we were solid as a foundation before we grew our company, so that we can always be paying those that are expanding our business. That's really, really important. We've seen so many companies in the last few years actually go out of business, or go, completely change their, restructuring model, because they're not able to pay those that actually market their products. So we've seen that happen in this industry, and we don't want to be one of those companies that has to pull back their social sellers, or those independent ambassadors, or even cut down and have to put our products on shelves of stores. We want to make sure that we are always privately owned, always making sure that our business partners are, which are us, right? We're partnering with them, are paid first and are in the know of what's going on in the industry. So we are privately owned, debt free. And then we spend millions each year on just giving back to so many charities. Our biggest one is we have a Nourish One that goes to Feeding America, and that goes with our lean protein shakes. They are a full meal replacement. So every time one is purchased by our consumers, then we're giving money to Feeding America and providing meals for those in need. So we're really excited about that. That's just one. I mean, we're always in food banks. We're always doing things to help out when we can. All right, the business model. So many of us have, looked for other ways to earn income, over the last, excuse me, 3 to 4 years. I feel like, especially since COVID has happened, we've seen more people want to work from a home, earn extra income, really have that residual part, and start building up an emergency fund. I think that's shown us so much, since the pandemic, where someone can walk into work and just completely be laid off of work or completely fired. So this is such a avenue that people are looking for. So why Plexus? Like, right? Why partner with us when there's so many other companies out there? And I honestly feel like it comes down to our compensation plan, which I'll go over here in a second. But a few other reasons is there are no required purchases. Okay, you simply order your products every month, or you get retail customers, and you get paid commissions. So you only have to have 100 PV to earn commissions every single month. 100 PV means product value. So $100 or 100 in product value. It's about $150 passing through your website every single month. This could be your own purchases, or this could be a retail customer going and ordering a combo, or this can be a combination. But you're not required, as long as you have that 100 PV, you're not required to purchase. So, there's several people that maybe something comes up in the month and they just have a retail customer that comes and orders, and they're still paid hundreds to thousands of dollars a month, and they never even purchased anything that month from the company. We love that. I love that. It really keeps you out of that like pyramid scheme model where there's so many companies that make you spend hundreds to thousands of dollars every single month, even if you have a customer, right? And that's just something that we don't want make you do, and we don't want to do, honestly. Second reason is you can work from anywhere, right? I think social media, how easy accessible a phone is these days. You really can create that time freedom, and you could really create that business freedom. For me, I've worked this business on my way to working in the emergency department. That's what I was doing 10 years ago. I worked this on my lunch break. I've worked this nursing a baby. I've worked this. We traveled full time for a year in an RV. I worked it all over the world. I worked it on the airplane, car pickup line. You literally can work this business anywhere that you want. And that's really that flexibility. Three is our residual income. So you will get paid every single month every time someone goes to your website. And sometimes you can get paid 5 times a month if you're building that team. So, what I love about our compensation plan is we get paid 7 levels deep. We're going to talk about the starburst model here in a second that really sets us apart. But basically, if you were going to come to my website and you were going to join me, you're my level 1. If anyone joins you, they're my level 2. By the time you get down to your 3, 4s, 5s, 6s, and 7s, you probably don't know them at all. But what's amazing about how our business is structured, by the time you get to a level 6 or a level 7, you have those usually in the thousands, right? And you're earning money every single month on your levels 1 through 7. So you can really see the effect of how much money can be made when you build a team, with us, with Plexus. And then 4, the consumer demand. Dietary supplement market is expected to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 8.9% from 2022 to 2030, and it's going to reach a $327.4 billion mark in 2030. So right now is that prime time to get started with a company that is solid. They're backed, they're debt free. We really know who we are. We're not just kind of trying to figure it out, but we're not also way out of there of like a household name yet. So this is a great time to start with Plexus. Okay, the Starburst model that I talked about. So when you think of a direct sales company, you think of the Tupperware companies, the Avon, all those companies that used to be around forever. They're more like a pyramid, right? That also is like corporate America. That also is like the CEO, the supervisors, all the people, the employees to the bottom, right? Plexus is a little bit different. We do get paid in a tier level as far as 7 levels down. So if you want to make it a rectangle, a triangle, whatever you want. But we really look as like a starburst model. So if you think of you as you in the middle of the picture here, and then all of your number ones are your friends, right? Maybe it's someone that you went to school with. Maybe it's your neighbor. Maybe it's your sister. Maybe it's a coworker. Those are your ones. Well, if you look at the 2, right? The 2s, those are those people's close network. So, right. So maybe you get your best friend to join you, and your best friend works at a different office or completely different career, and they have kids that have soccer moms, and then maybe you have some college friends and they have their network. So it really just starts to branch out with who what areas you're opening, that market in, where you're networking at, and it just really kind of makes a starburst model. When I first started, I had 100 friends on social media. I was not even on social media. I would check it like once a month to see what my friends back home in my home state was California, and I'm in Tennessee, like what they were doing. I just wasn't active on it. I am from very small town actually in California. There was only one stoplight, dirt roads. I had my sister join me. She was one of my first 3 business partners to join me to do this business with. We had the same network, right? Because we're from the same hometown. And I'm an introvert. I don't really go out and just meet people and talk to people. So what I really did is I thought, who do I know who knows a lot of people, right? Who do I know that has different networks than me? Who do I know that walks in the room and they're just like, oh my gosh, everyone's asking what they're doing that weekend. those people are going to be on my team. Those people are going to create those different networks and reach people that I can't. So it really just starts with that starburst model. So if you're an introvert, if you're not from, a big town, if you don't really know people on social media, there's always ways to grow. So this is a great way to start a business. All right. 5 ways to earn income with this. We talked about the Plexus, the residual income, but let me just kind of break it down a little bit more for you of why we're different and why I honestly feel like it's probably the best compensation plan out there. We have profit sharing. Profit sharing is going to be your number one way with us to make residual income. Residual income is where you work this business for several years, you build it up to a level where you're getting money in, and then you can just kind of go on vacation for a couple weeks, a month. Your kid gets sick. You don't even have to turn on your computer to see where your team's at, right? Like residual income, it's just money coming in every month because you put that work in. Your team is also working to achieve that. So it's really like that ball's rolling. So sorry. So how you are able to do that is with our profit sharing, which we call pay points. So every single month, Plexus looks at their monthly income, over $1 million. Our team alone does about $600,000, $700,000 every single month, if not more. So obviously millions of dollars a month. They cut that monthly income directly in half. 50% goes directly to corporate. It pays their employees, it funds products, it keeps the lights on at headquarters, all the things. The other 50% goes into what we call profit sharing, and it gets divided and split down into every single active ambassador with Plexus. Active is that 100 PV that I talked about, right? 100 product volume. So depending on how many points you have, you gain points based off how big your team is. Every time someone purchases as a customer or they join you as a business builder, you're going to get points. You're going to be able to dip into this profit sharing. So it really sets you up for that true residual income. You're also going to get personal commissions. If you decide to really just sell products or to have retail, you're going to get 15 or 25% commission on your total sales, depending on where that threshold is, right? If you're under 100 or 500 PV, you're going to get 15%. If you're over 500 PV, which is probably close to about $600 in sales, you're going to tap into 25% commission on everything. You get tons of rank up and fast start bonuses. You could earn up to $4,200 just in bonuses in the first 6 months of hitting all the ranks. That's just one way out of the 5 ways to earn. It's just extra bonuses. When you get to an emerald level, which are jewel level in our company, I was able to achieve that in 11 months. So I know everybody can do that. You get a Lexus or you get a lifestyle bonus. So if you choose to get a Lexus, they are going to give you money every single month to pay towards a Lexus vehicle. If you don't want a Lexus, maybe you already have a car you love, maybe there's not a Lexus that fits your family, then they'll just give you a lifestyle bonus. I believe it's like $750. They just give you just to put towards a lifestyle that you want. I know people that pay for their children's private school with that. I know people that have bought boats with that. Whatever you want to do, it's just extra money for you. And then the top 3 ranks, emerald, sapphire, and diamond. Those are our 3 jewel ranks. They also get to go on a yearly trip to Hawaii or Mexico. Next year, we're going to Alaska. Next week, we're heading to Maui. So it's just an earned trip that you get to take, you and someone. I take my whole family. And they treat you really well. They pay for everything. It's amazing. So when you're in those top 3 ranks, you also get extra bonuses every single month. So when I said you take the 50% of our side and they give it to all the ambassadors, before they split that up, they actually divide the top 1, 2, and 3% of that, and they give it to the top 3 jewel ranks. So it's an extra incentive to get money. All right, company in momentum, you guys. This is the prime time to start with Plexus. We are not a startup. And we are not, I'm so sorry. And we are not a household name yet. We are right in the middle. It's great that we're not a startup, right? When you join a startup company, there's lots of ups and downs with the company. They're still trying to figure out, are we going to be a weight loss company? Are we going to have skincare? Are we going to have household products? Are we like, what are we going to be, right? What's really going to take off? So we have primed that. We formed that already. We have our amazing branding. We have our amazing corporate team. We have the leaders in the field that have really paved the way of how to do this and how this works. But we're not a household name yet, right? We're not Avon. We're not, I don't even know, World of Ventures or whatever these long-term success companies are, which is great. They've had that much success. But sometimes it's hard to join Mary Kay right now, right? Everybody knows what that is. How do you really launch that business? So we're right in the middle of people somewhat knowing or learning about it and then really flying up the scale for that. So income potential, I kind of talked about a little bit of how, you can earn income with this. This is just our annual or our average income of our ranks. So you can see, I'll just pull up gold. Gold, you have about 17 people underneath of you. Monthly, you're going to be probably about $800. Obviously, this is an average of everyone. Emerald, which is our first jewel rank, you're going to be anywhere from like $8,000 to $10,000 a month. Diamond, anywhere I would say from 22, 25 to sky's the limit when you hit diamond. You don't have to, there's no stopping when you hit to diamond. I know diamonds that are making $80,000 to $100,000 a month. I know diamonds that are pulling in 22,000 a month. So I would say average right when you hit diamond is going to be probably around 25-ish thousand a month. And then it just goes up depending on how many points you have with that profit sharing. So meet our team. We are honestly just a mixture of moms and dads and students and medical professionals and teachers. There's not one type of person that you need to be able to be with Plexus. Okay. So what can you earn right now? Every single month, I kind of change out our slides. So our September brand payout, we have an amazing fast start bonus. So when you start and you hit certain ranks within a certain time frame, you get double bonuses. So if you look at our fast start, if you just join and you have one friend do this with you this month, maybe even your sister or your family member, you're going to earn $58. That's just an extra bonus. Obviously, you're going to get your building bonus. You're going to get your pay points. You're going to get any commission that you have. If you have 3 people join you, you grab your sister and then 2 friends to do this with you or coworkers, you're going to make over $300, $375 if you're just starting. And that's amazing because I always say, like, I don't know any other commission or company that's going to give you $100 per person that joins you. Like, that's insane. And then right there with 3 people, obviously you're going to make all your money back that you put into this business starting up. It's only anywhere from, $130, $140 to get started up to, $250, $260, depending on what welcome kit you purchase. And that's your products that you can consume. So just grabbing 3 friends right away, you're going to get your money back. If you want to double that, get 6 friends, you're going to make $550. If you want to go all in, get 20 people to do this with you, you're going to make over $2,000. And again, this is just the fast start bonus, none of the other ways that we talked about to get paid. And then what's really fun in September is we just started a leaders retreat contest. Every few months, we start a new contest. The contest is full of prizes, money, awards. This one is a cruise to the Bahamas for 2 people. So you can start this month, start racking up credits. Once you have enough credits, you earn this amazing trip. And it's amazing. It really, really is. Oh, and then that's it. I thought there was one more slide. So thank you guys so much for joining. If you're watching the replay, make sure you get with the person that invited you to this, ask any questions, kind of have them brainstorm how you to really leverage this comp plan to get you ahead. And we are just so excited to welcome you to our team. If you feel like that's a good fit for you, if you feel like you have more questions, we are an open book. Full disclosure, nothing hiding when it comes to our company, our business. So we cannot wait to watch you grow this amazing business. Bye, guys.